So today we are going to be looking at York's wax gun armor. Before we begin, I need to disclose that this was a sample that was provided to me by York's Wax for review. So you may be wondering what this gun armor is all about. It's a chemical-free carnauba wax protectorate that can be applied to your firearms. It will protect your firearms from water, help prevent rust in humid conditions, and improve the look of the finish of your guns. Now, a protectorate like this could have saved one of my guns from some rust and pitting. Let me show you and tell you the story behind that real quick. This is a Fox Model B 16 gauge shotgun. A relative of mine took this shotgun hunting and it started to rain. Now, when he was done at the end of the day, he thought he wiped it down good enough, but afterward, rust did set in. And there is some pitting in spots all over the barrel. At one point, there was even a rusted thumbprint on this gun. I took care of that part already. What I'll end up doing with this is having my gunsmith take care of the pitting and reblue it to help prevent further rust. It's a pain, and it would be much easier just to apply an extra protectorant coating than it is to deal with rust removal and rebluing. Moral of the story, if you are exposed to the elements, be extremely careful, and if you have an easy way to waterproof your guns, go for it. So to test this gun armor, what we are going to do is apply some to selected guns. I'll show you them before and after. And what we're also going to do is I'm going to apply some to a test stock. I just have a random stock laying around. And I'm going to leave it outside in the rain for a couple days and see how it holds up. We'll come back to this stock later on in the video. Let's put this on some handguns. The first gun that I'm going to put this on is a Glock 30. This is a gun that I carry often. It's really easy to use. Just apply some to the gun and buff it. And like most things, I get it all over the place, but it's okay. If you do get this on polymer, it won't hurt polymer. When you apply this, you're gonna want a plastic pick, particularly when you're applying this to a handgun slide. The wax is hard. Make sure that the extractor is clear of any excess wax that you may get down in there. When you're done, the gun looks like new again. I put this on a carry gun because I wanted to test it out to try to answer some questions that I had about the product. First, I wanted to know, would the gun armor come off on my clothes during concealed carry? I found that it did not. It stayed on the gun and didn't rub off on the clothing at all. The other question I had was, would covering the slide make the slide slippery? Once again, it did not. Gripping the slide was fine. It wasn't a problem at all. I honestly couldn't find any issue with using this on a carry gun. Up next is the Walther PPK in stainless. For those of you who are more of collectors, you can make your guns shine with this. This PPK hasn't looked this good since I bought it. Now let's check on that test stock that we set outside in the rain. After a couple days of rain, it held up well. The wood hasn't saturated at all with water. I can tell that the gun armor coating is thinner than what was applied a few days ago, but it's still on there. This did its job for sure. If I was going to take a gun out hunting, hiking, camping, where I could be stuck in the rain for an extended period of time, I would definitely apply this to my gun beforehand. And if I'm going to be in that situation, for me personally, I'm probably going to be out there in the elements with my Marlin 336. I'm definitely going to coat this just for that scenario. You know, this is a classic general purpose sporting gun. I love this thing. And if I'm going to be on some kind of outdoor excursion, more than likely this is what I'm going to have with me. Now, when you're applying this, there are times where you may get some of this down into the top of screw heads, as you can see here. This is also another case where you're going to want to use a pick to try to get that cleared out. Overall, I am impressed with York's Wax gun armor. Now, you do need to have a little bit of patience putting it on. It does take a little bit of elbow grease to get it on, and you are going to want to make sure that you go over it with a pick to make sure you don't have it in places like screw heads and things like that you're not going to want to build up of wax in. But it does offer benefits for both outdoorsmen and collectors. This is a simple to use protection from the outdoor elements and rust, and it also makes your guns shine like they're brand new. If you're interested in learning more about York's Wax gun armor, you can check it out at yorkswax.com. And until next time, be safe, and thanks for watching.